about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks real talk, and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Knick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars of b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks real talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Salute everybody, salute. What's good? We are in the building, man. It's the recap, Divine Shot Powers, Knicks Real Talk. We in here, we about to get it pop and go over the recap from last night. Disappointing game, but we got to get it here and break it down anyway, because we fair, we real dudes, man. No matter win or lose, we are in the building to talk about it all the time. We bring my partner in the building so we can talk about this thing, man, and let's get it popping. Shot Powers, what's good, my brother?
Peace to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's talk about it. It is, man. Real talk, man. Ladies and gentlemen, 126 to 101 last night. New York Knicks won the Madison Square Garden and laid an egg, ladies and gentlemen. They laid an egg last night. It just was not good whatsoever. But anyway, we got to talk about it, man. I'm a very disappointed Knicks fan. I am, man. Really the only reason I'm disappointed is because of the effort of what happened on a Friday night, Nick, after us talk about the get paid back bill. I feeling real good. Talk about getting it popping. Our boys go down in MSG, and they just did not play the game they need to play. Granted, they played the best team in the league, and I see why these guys are the best team in the league. So that ain't even the issue for me, Shot Powell. They just said that the way they came out and did not exhort their own will on this game, knowing that you're in front of your home team and big everybody in the building to the site and game. We just didn't get it done. So you know what? It's nothing other than that. They played a bad game, and I'm quite sure they'll play another bad game sometime this season as well. It just felt bad on that night. I'm not concerned with the loss. I'm just disappointed on the way they lost the game, Shop Howard. That's pretty much it, because this could happen any game and every night. But damn, we didn't want that shit to happen last night on the big payback, my man.
Yeah, the big thing for me is before we left off the chat, before we left off the stream last time, I was talking about team basketball. And they did not exude no team basketball yesterday. Like we talked in the background, it was way high tone of individual play. And on top of the individual play, it wasn't good play. And I mean, so, and we're still in this terrible shooting slump from three-point land. We are shooting horrible from three-point land. We are shooting horrible for like the last 10 games. It's like everybody got the bug. Like nobody can hit a three-point shot. More than 5 a game, and prior games in the month of December, it would guys hitting 3 and 4 and 5 at a clip. Now you can't even get 5 out of the starting unit. So, they did not play as a team. And OKC, salute to them, because they came out with a different game plan against us this game. Last game we were pretty close to them. We were tooth and nail with them. And they end up pulling out the win. This time they had a different game plan, man, and they executed their field goal percentage, going to the hole. Phenomenal. They I don't know what their field goal percentage. We'll get into it, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 50%. They were killing the mid-range game, man. They was killing it, and on top of killing the mid-range game, that, like we talked in the background, Divine, that guy Joe was lighting it up. He is heating up. He heated up on us, and we just had a bad game, and we just got to suck it up and get ready for this game tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's really what it all is for me, man. I'm not even jumping the window about anything. It just was disappointing, and it happens. It's going to happen again in the season. No matter who it is, it's going to happen for us. Because like I said, until we get a little bit more efficient with our numbers, but it wasn't about the numbers for me last night. It wasn't about what they did, what they did, especially because they're a special team. What was disappointing to me was just the effort. The effort and the selfish basketball. That's all it is. I don't see what this team can do on any given night. That's not even my concern. But when you got a team coming on your home floor and they are the best team in the league, it's not even if you would have lost the game. I don't have a problem with them losing the game. Like I said, I have a problem with the way they lost the game. That's all it is for me. Nothing else. The way they lost that game, and the way they played it. Other than that, I don't really have too much other than that because the numbers don't lie, shot powers. And like we always say every night, I cannot stop beating this itself. If you don't bring your A game, you're going to get smoked.
That butt whip. Yep.
Butt whip, man. But nothing to say. That team, LKC, is they championship aspirations, and they went and made the right moves. And you can only imagine when Chet Holmgren, Caruso, and all them guys get
word up.
They're gonna be I don't even, man, right now I got them the best in the West right now. I mean, their number don't lie right now, but man, they still got two of they good soldiers down. Caruso, a great all-ball defender, and obviously Chet Holmgren is a triple threat from where he is. But I'm just disappointed in our team. Because OKC is OKC. No matter how good we played or we didn't play, OKC is OKC, and they are a motherfucking talented team. But I'm definitely disappointed in the way our performance, our wings did not even come to show up last night. I'm very disappointed in that, man. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it $150. You can't, no points in the game. I mean, come on, bro. Consider what? My man, Mikal Bridges, didn't get no points, and I know we have 4 points. I just think that's unacceptable when you got a talent, when you got certain aspirations about where you want to go. Granted, it's one night. I'm not saying this team ain't gonna get to where they're gonna go. I'm not even saying that. But I'm saying just for this one night, as a fan, I was disappointed. And you know what? I'm not the only one disappointed. Ask everybody in MSG last night. You know what I mean? I wasn't the only one disappointed. Ask the people in the stands last night. You know what I mean? They were disappointed too, and they should be, and we should be. Because we expect more from our team like that on any given night. Because I ain't got to do with tips, minutes. I don't want to hear none of that because they got their ass whipped in the second quarter last night. And they had a day off before that. You know what I mean? So it ain't about the minutes, how many tips played the minute. Because we ain't damn sure they said when they won the game against Toronto the other night. Ain't nobody mentioned the word minutes. So it ain't about no minutes. It ain't about none of that. It's our guys who on that floor didn't step up to the challenge. Tibbs don't shoot the basketball. Tibbs don't rebound the basketball. Tibbs don't pass the basketball. They do that. So I don't care who it is. That team did not come and bring their A game last night, shot power, and they brought their F game, and that's what happened, period.
Yeah, pretty much in a nutshell, man, because, what can you say? Our wings that are averaging about 18 points a game didn't show up at all. And I mean, and that's major. You know what I mean? Between those two guys that had 4 points. I mean, we missed that's 18 and 18 is 36. So we missed 32 points from our wings last night. And I mean, we missed 32 points from our wings last night. They did not, and the defense wasn't even really there. You know what I mean? They tried, but these guys had a different game for us last night, man. They switched off of everything. They're all about 6'7" guys. They're always reaching and pounding and doing all this stuff, and they just played us different than they played us the first time that we played them. And how can I say this? I'm glad we don't see them no more this year. How about that? So we won't have to be so depressed about how we talking about how bad our team played bad last night. You know what I mean? They played bad. So I'm glad we already played them 2 times. We ain't got to see them until the finals in the NBA championship. If we get there, so be it. You know what I mean? So at least that's out the way. Now we just got to worry about the teams that's coming down the line because we got a whole bunch of teams coming down the line. Not as good as this team that we played last night. Let it be clear, Knicks fan. This team is number one in everything. This team is number one in every category. Number one, I think they may have something in number that, and then number two. But this team is number one in everything. Everything. Rebounds, 3-point, everything, any stat that you want to put out there, they're number one. This team is an efficient team that been together. Now, this is not the team that they had last year. See, this is another reason why I say this about this team. That team that they had last year is the same team aside from Isaiah Hartenstein. You know what I mean? And Chet Holmberg being healthy. You know what I mean? And they picked up Caruso, but I think he played already this year. But and all right, Caruso. But aside of that, this team has been together. All those guys on the team are not rookies. They're not the first-year players. If I'm not mistaken. I think all these guys that's on this team this year are second-year players. They're not rookies. All right. So with that being said, they already have over the 30-something games plus 80. They went to the finals last year, so 80. They were almost 100 games with this team playing together. So instead of just playing, where we at now? 35 games now?
Yes,
40 games. What I'm talking about? We almost at 40,
30,
right?
39.
39. You know what I mean? So instead of this team has only played 39 games this year. I am upset about how we lost the game. Exactly how you say it, Divine. It's not how we went out there and if we would have lost, it's what we did when we was out there when we got our butts kicked. I mean, and that's what got me upset about last night's game. Aside from that, it's only one game. Next, on to the next. And I mean, it's on to the next. We can't soak over spilt milk or nothing like that because we're not playing this team in the 7-game series. We already finished with this team. We won't see this team no more unless we see them in the finals. If we make it to the finals, they make it to the finals. That's the next time we'll see them. I mean, it will be a different model team if we make it to the finals and we see them again. So with that being said, is one game is a hurtful game because we wanted so much more from our team and they didn't produce it for us. And that's what has me as a fan upset.
Yeah, absolutely. All it is just a bad loss to me. This game right here made me think of the Orlando game we lost the other night.
Right.
Like, it's not even about I don't care if they lost the game. Just like that Orlando game, where is the energy? Where is the this and that? Where's the this and that? The intangibles I'm disappointed about last night. Not because we didn't score well. We've been in the shooting stuff for the last 8 games. That ain't new. I mean, from a 3-point. So I'm not even concerned with that. What I'm concerned is like you letting Isaiah Joe beat Steph Curry. That's what I'm disappointed with, Shot Howard. Like you not even getting over screens to go try to alter the shot. Right. Wasn't getting around picks to try to at least put a hand in the cookie. That was the worst defense game I see the Knicks play this year. Hands down. The worst one because they wasn't doing no contesting. When my SGA got in the lane, you see Jalen Brunson reaching. What the Jalen Brunson normally do when the guy get in the lane? He get in front of him, take the charge. But he's reaching last night. And they knew that because Cat is not a great shot blocker center, so I'm going to fuck with my mid-range game all night. You know what I mean? And Anunoby and all them guys, they didn't do nothing to critique that. And like I said, that don't mean they don't do it. But last night they didn't do it. They do just win, man. Listen, we don't see this team play against good teams and win games. They ain't lost every team. They 4-7 against teams in the top, whatever. So they had beat some good teams. But this last night, it was just to me, our defense was so disappointing last night. Here's why our defense was disappointing to me, Shot Powers. We only got to prolong the situation. Let's talk about the box score because I'll tell you why. To me, and I see that in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, them dudes scored 31 points in the first quarter, 39 in the second quarter, 32 in the third quarter. Only when they scored 24 in the fourth quarter, they took everybody out. That was disheartening, bro. When me and you be talking about 25 or 26, they gave up 39 points in the second quarter, 32. So our defense wasn't even in the game last night. That was the most disappointing defense game I've seen this year. And I just think that you got to give them cat flowers for who they are, what they do. I'm not like I said, I'm not even concerned about this other stuff. It's just the effort and not getting over there, letting Isaiah Joe and these guys, even all the Williams dudes were getting it from. I'm like, y'all letting me do this, shoot this shit. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Where your pride at? Where's your? So for that night, Shot Pal, I'm not even trying to talk about our boy for the whole season or what they did prior before this. I'm just talking about for that one night, only that one night. It reminded me of the game we had last week against the Orlando Magic. That's all to it. The defense they didn't really pull out a gallon of effort on that defense side of the ball, man. And if your offense ain't clicking, what's one thing you got to do to try to win a game? Play defense.
Play defense.
So if your offense ain't doing good right now, and that definitely happens, you can go into slumps with your offense. But if your offense ain't playing, I expect you to go out there on the other side of the ball and go hard. And I think that's what happened last night. Let's look at the numbers right quick. Shot Powers. I mean, OKC was plus. Everybody was plus, except for Brandon Carson. He probably only played 2 minutes. But my man knocking them three down the way he was knocking them down. I mean, he went straight out there and went Steph Curry on this. Isaiah Joe, crazy, 8 from 11 from downtown, wasn't missing. But I think Williams, 19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He was doing the damn thing. I'm putting their numbers up for a reason. Hartenstein, 6 points, 9 rebounds. He was a plus 10. He did okay. But SGA, he was doing the damn thing. I mean, 39, 3 and 2 assists. He was doing good. 12 for 21. He hit his only 3-point shot. That was like the pose one right there. So other than that, man, and Isaiah Joe, they let that cat run the muck, and his numbers nowhere near that this year. They was all in the plus, but look at their shooting percentage. Shot power. They shot 53 from the floor, almost 54%, 51 from downtown. Isaiah Joe, 88 from the chat. That's all defense on our side, bro.
I knew they shot over 50%. I didn't even look. The stats for today's game. I mean, for the recap. I mean, for the post. I didn't even look at it because I seen it. I knew it had to be 50% because they were just killing the mid-range game. And the reason why they 50% from the 3-point land because Joe went 8 of 11. You know what I mean? They had some other guys that hit 3-point shots, but not as prolific as him last night. He had his average in the first quarter.
Right?
And I mean, he had his average in the first quarter. I think his average is like 9, no more than 11. So 9 to 11. He had that in the first quarter.
Right.
I mean, or the first half. He had. No, I think they said it was the first quarter. He's shooting lights out.
17.
He got his average the first quarter. So, it is what it is, man. There's a bad game, and what makes it so gut-wrenching is that they lost so bad. You know what I mean? They lost so bad with no New York City gritty committee stuff that we talk about, that grit, that grind. They didn't have that last night. And the best part about that is it was only one game. And I mean, so that's the best thing that I can say about that, because to me, and Devon, I don't like cursing on the show, but they played shitty last night, man. They played shitty last night. You know what I mean? They played like that, man. And I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. And I know that it was a problem because their 3-point shot wasn't dropping either. You know what I mean? Their 3-point shot wasn't dropping. You know what I mean? They got to a line a lot last night. They did get to the line a lot. I don't know if it was a lot, but I think they at least had about
23,
15 to 20. How many?
So they went 23 for 23. They missed one.
See what I'm saying? They got to the line. They looked good at the line, but that's the only thing that was a good look. You know what I mean? Yep. They didn't out rebound this team, and I can't even really see the stats, but I know they didn't out rebound them because I watched it.
Yep.
I know they didn't get 28 assists last night because I watched it. You know what I mean? Before we got off that thing, I said team basketball, and that's what they did in Zoot last night, and that's another reason why I'm so upset. I don't even say upset. I'm just mad at the performance that they put out, knowing how I felt about what they could do, and they didn't apply it.
Right. If you look at the box score for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said, it wasn't no minutes because McHale only played 32. He just had a terrible all-around offense game, and I think it carried over to a defense game a little bit. 0 for 9, 0 for 7, didn't get to the free throw line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's important right there. He did not get one free throw. Him or Anunoby did not go to that line one time last night. That's what I'm really disappointed about. When you're gonna miss open shots, you're gonna miss. That's happened. But if your jump shot ain't going, you got to get the best percentage shot, and it's the closer you are to the rim, the better the percentage is. That's just facts. And unless you Steph Curry or Isaiah Joe. So, right. Normally, your high field goal percentage shots are at the paint, at the rim. I meant to say. And closer to the rim, excuse me. And these guys did not do that at all. And on top of that, one had 1 rebound, one had 3 rebounds, 2 assists for both of them. Anunoby was a plus. I think Anunoby was the reason why he only a -6 because Jalen Williams didn't go crazy on him. You know what I mean? He got his 19, but he didn't go crazy on him. But SGA he put that -23 got a lot to do with SGA last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Mikal.
29. Yep. He didn't have a bad game from an offense, and he got 10 rebounds. He was going at the rim. He's about one of the few that was bully balling last night. Him and Jalen Brunson actually were the only 2 really bully balling last night. And I said that that's why we got them foul tests. We got to think about it. He had 4 for 4. Brunson was 12 for 12, and Josh Hart was 4 for 4. The best 3 players last night, all of them went to the foul line, and all the players who didn't play good last night didn't go through the foul line.
Not once.
So that to me was about who was settling for jump shots and who was pounding the rock. And we said, what did we say in the beginning of the pregame show yesterday? Play bully ball because you got to be able to. They don't have Chet Holmgren. They don't have a lot of big people down there. Go down there and try to create some fouls. And Jalen Brunson did that shit 12 times and hit 12 shots. But Karl-Anthony Towns got to the bucket a couple of times, 4 for 4. Josh Hart was going to the rim. And other than that, that was it. You know what I mean? So, and Deuce Bryant went 1 time. Kolick went 2 times. He went more than Dan and Novia. He went 12 minutes, he went more. So I say all that to say, man, it's like, but Shot Power, look on that other side of that line, 0 for 7, 0 for 5, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 0 for 1, 1 for 4, 0 for 4, 1 for 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks shot 4 for 31 last night. 3-point line, 12%. And after being at the higher echelon for most of the year at 39, they ranked 4th in the association now, Shot Power, but they was number 1. But 12% from downtown, you shot 31 times, only made 4. And Towns and Brunson both hit 1 of them. And the other one was Campaign and Landry Shaman. So, that and 38 from the floor. Ain't nothing else to be said, you know what I mean? Pretty much. It was just disappointing all around. And I think when you playing not playing good defense, it affects your offense.
Of course.
It affects your offense.
Because it's in your head now.
Yeah, that's facts. It affects your offense and everything like that. And that really pretty much was in a nutshell. So we just got to keep grinding, man, and keep, just take the belt because you got a big game tomorrow. But I was just disappointed as a fan. Nothing else, just a fan. Just disappointed as a fan, just like everybody else in the garden was. What did y'all cat? Y'all letting these cats come in our house and take all our shit? No ADT system, no
nothing.
CPS.
They took that too.
They took that too.
The that was the first thing they took. They took that first.
They took that first. They said we're gonna disable your alarm.
Yeah, that's right. We get that first, and we take anything else.
Right. They dismantled everything, man. They say we gonna go get the safe. They said we hungry. We gonna go get your food at the refrigerator.
Yeah. And sit at your kitchen table like that.
Yeah.
We gonna eat that.
Yeah, that Nick P was good, my man. Good to see you, my man. Nick P, man. Good to see you. Nick was popping, my man. Yeah, hey, Nick, in a sense, I do agree to it. And I think me and Charles Pop Howard talking about before we came on. We did have Hartenstein on our team. And one thing Julius ran on Hartenstein, they play hard. They bully ball mentality. They gritty, they hardness. Even DiVincenzo went hard like that. You know what I mean? I just thought that Mikal and them did lay the egg. And I think they got to toughen up down there like that. You can't do that, man. They got cats, man. Got to go hard than that because we did guys that they went hard. Even Mitchell Robinson, he not a hard dude, but he ain't letting you go down there and punk him though. I just thought last night them cats they was auditioning. They passed them auditions last night. Any Broadway show they want to go play in, they played in it last night. They all got that. They got their roles, bro.
They definitely danced them in the opera.
Yeah, man. Salute to them guys, man. Real talk, man. They just And like I said, it's only one game. I'm not tripping, and I really not, because once the season don't rely on one game. And like the guy said, not the guy, but anybody would say, it's a long season, man. You go through peaks and valleys. I'm not disappointed in the loss. I'm disappointed in the way we lost. That's all to it. I don't care about the loss. You're gonna lose basketball games. We said 24/7, 365. You don't bring your A game, you get your ass kicked, right? So I'm not even concerned about that. My concern is the effort that they put out there last night. And like I said, for me, that was an F game, not an A game. There go right there. That was an F game, not an A game. That's all it was. Them dudes did not come to play last night the way they needed to on Friday night KNICKS with the number one team, one or two top teams in the association. I mean, you just lost to them only by 10 points in their home floor, Shy Power. That's why I don't take the game that serious. It don't mean that much to me from that standpoint. You just would play them last week in their home place. You lost to them by 10. So, okay, but you come home in your home floor, Shy Power, and you lose by 25. That's probably why I'm a little bit more disappointed is that more than anything that y'all you played them better at OKC. And granted,
right.
OKC,
I would have preferred to switch.
Right.
Get blown out of OC, and then you just lose over here. It'd been better to be like to take it in, because that was depressing last night, man. It was so depressing that I don't care what chat that I went in or where I seen anything and everything. Everybody ready to trade everybody. Everybody, hey, we gonna trade. Just y'all lose it. Everybody want to trade. Everybody fight. Tip too much, man. All this stuff over one game. It shows because it was such a bad loss. And I mean, if the Knicks would have went out there and lost one like almost similar to the last game, 117 to 111, it wouldn't have been that bad. You'd be like, oh man, we had a chance. You know what I mean? And then you still have that after that loss, the worst loss of the season against the best team in the West. You know what I mean? What can you say?
Yep. Yeah, listen, I mean, but like I said, that team is good, but like I said, it's not about the loss. Like I said,
right.
It's the effort, the way you played the game. I mean, it's the way you played the game. Like you said, if that score would have been 117 or 107 in Madison Square Garden, okay, we fought, we did everything right, but that team is just way better than us. You can live with that. You know what I mean? Make no mistake, that's the best team in the league right now, them in Cleveland. Them in Cleveland right now, from a record standpoint and the way they playing, is the best two teams in the NBA. And there's 28 other teams under them. You know what I mean? Period. Them in Cleveland and everybody else below them. You know what I mean? So, that's that. But my point is, I rather lost to that team I rather lost to them guys like 115 to 113 or the 110. But to go down there and lay an egg like that and let these cats shoot the way they shot that ball last night, that tells me that them guys took something away from you last night. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, for last night's game. I'm not talking about any other game after that or any game before that. But last night, them cats took y'all shit last night. They went in there and took y'all shit. They gave y'all the business, motherfucker, and you ain't know how to respond. It ain't got to do with nobody being injured, tired, none of that. None of that. Y'all motherfucker got your ass whipped last night, and that's all it is. Ain't nothing else to be said. Got the ass whipped, bro. So gotta live.
Yeah, that loss was to me, that loss was worse than the Atlanta loss when Trae Young was out there rolling the dice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That loss, because what Trae Young did made it stink a little, because he's that type of guy. But the way we got, like you said, Devon, the way we lost the game, it's not that we lost the game. It was the effort put into the game, knowing that you at home and this team just beat you by 10 points. Really, they were 3 points away from them with about 2 minutes left, and then they pulled off the win. You know what I mean? To be at home, to know that your crowd is there, they're ready to get you the ruckus. And the first quarter, you give up 31 points after they missed about 1,100 shots in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And I mean, they missed so many shots in the first 5-7 minutes or so, and then still ended up with 31 points in the first quarter. I was upset from there. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, these guys got 31 points, and they didn't even score until like they scored 2 points and then they ain't score again. They start missing like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 shots. And then they end up with 31 in the first quarter. And it didn't stop from there. The floodgates opened at 31, 39, 36. The only quarter, like you said, I think it was the last quarter was like 22, 24, 26. Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? And that's because all the starters, they bench already on the sideline. They're over there doing the Harlem Shake and all that stuff. Like, oh, yeah. You know, they do it all. So that's the inside of me why I'm upset, because I know this team is a little bit better than that, man. And I know I knew this team coming from this part of the year to have a little bit more grittiness to them. And that was not shown last game. And like you said, Divine, when your offense is not popping, it lacks on your defense, because the offense is on your mind. Everything you think about, dang, man, I just missed that shot. Oh, snap, I got to get to this guy. And now he done shot the ball already. It's too late. You know what I mean? It's in your mind. It's in your head. So I just take it as one game. You know what I mean? And, it's not a 7-game series. We ain't gonna get eliminated in the 4 games and not like that. So, you know what I mean? Let's take it as a loss and know that this team, they know that it was a terrible loss. I mean, if they don't know, the only thing they had to do is get on any internet, internet. If get on any Instagram or TikTok, anything, any of the X or whatever you want to call it, any of those things, you could tell that it was a bad game, the way all the Knicks fans was representing how they was feeling about that game last night. And I somewhat feel the same way because of the game, not like you said, Divine, not because of how they lost, it's how they played.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Because like to me, when no matter, you're never gonna win every game, right? But what you expect to do is go out there, and you're never gonna be at the best of every game. But in a game of that magnitude, you should have given more gallant effort. That's all I'm saying.
Step up, man.
Yeah, step up. No, listen, them dudes is better than us, hands down. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Them dudes is better than us. That's one of the best teams in the league. So that ain't the issue, because we know they better than us. You know what I mean? But the issue is the way you played. You don't do it. I just think and here's the thing with me, Shot Powers. We cannot keep. Well, I'm not saying keep, but last night wasn't about no minute police shit, because you didn't know. None of us said, and I said this the other day. We didn't mention anything about minutes when we beat the Toronto Raptors the other night. Nobody said Tibbs played this guy too many minutes. When you win a game, you don't talk about all that stuff, because but when you lose it, then obviously it comes out. But the Knicks got their butts whipped in the second quarter, so it wasn't about being tired. Am I right or wrong? They gave up 39 points in the second quarter. You can't be tired in the second quarter. I can see you saying in the fourth quarter if you want to make that an excuse in the second half. But Shaw Powell, they got blitzed in the second quarter, 39 points. And guess how many points we scored in 2 quarters? They scored 60 points in 2 quarters. We scored 42, I see. 43, I'm sorry. 43 points in 2. That means we were averaging 21 a quarter. So, you're not going to win that way if your offense is not clicking. And then what happens when your shot is not falling, you know what you tend to do? And I think we all human. You miss your shot, you don't rush to get back, because your mind is on the shot you just missed. And now you're not thinking, oh, my man breaking down court or whatever, or my man's over here when I'm supposed to be over here, because your offense is sneaking up so bad. You're not paying attention to detail on the defense side of the ball. And the Isaiah Joe thing happened, and all this other shit happened. That's what it happened in the basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I can say about the night, there is no excuse for nothing that they did last night. They just got their ass whipped. Plain and simple. That don't mean they ain't gonna go to the Eastern Conference Finals or nothing. It don't mean that. But for that one night, it just was disappointing. How many times we heard Knicks fan boo the Knicks in the Garden? We heard that before every year. One thing about Knicks fans, and I'm passionate Knicks fan, I can say, Shot Powers, when they see you not putting the effort on the floor, they ain't having that. They not having that. And we've been watching New York Knicks basketball for years. Every year it's gonna be that game where the Knicks fans like boo, because they like, y'all better than that. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. I seen Jeff Van Gundy, Shot Power, snatch the whole starting lineup out of it at one time. All you mothers sit down, because y'all was sticking up the joint that day. And I think that was one of them things like last night. Look, if that was Jeff Van Gundy, he probably would have snatched all the jokers out of there. Like, y'all dudes is not playing tonight, so it happens, man. It's disappointing. It happens, man. The good thing we let the fight another day. Now we got Milwaukee tomorrow at 3:00. So it won't be a long night for us here, man. I just wanted to get in. Like I said, win or lose, we always in the building representing, man. We take the bad with the good in life, and right now we got to take the bad with the good. And the bad was Knicks got their ass whipped last night. Ain't no other way to say it. You know what I mean? So I'm good with that. I'm good that I can say that I know this is not the team who we are. But I'm disappointed in Mikal and Obi, because I just thought that you cats can't give us no 0 and 4 points. You can't do that. You just can't do it. Like, you got to find a way, and you got to find a way to get a bucket or whatever. I mean, going to the hole, and taking a couple of shots to the head, whatever. I don't give a shit. You got to go down. If your jump shot ain't falling, drive in the middle. Go try to get a layup. If you get the shit blocked, so what? Don't matter. But at least you try to get it for the 2-point area. You can't keep shooting fadeaways and jump shots when your jump shot not working. That's what I'm saying. If your jump shot not working, either you do something else or just work on your assist that night. You know what I mean, Shot Powers? So if your shot ain't falling, do some other things. You know what I mean? Play more better defense, rebound the basketball, have higher assists because your shot's not working. So I'm going to sacrifice my game scoring tonight and do a lot of other things that might help the team win. I don't think we got that last night from a couple of guys. So it is what it is. You just got to keep fighting and keep moving on. The sky ain't falling. It ain't the end of the world. We just got to get better, man. That's all to it, Shot Power. Salute everybody in the chat to it. We forgot to shout that out. But salute everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming in. It's the recap. Divine Shot Powers. Knicks threw a stinker last night, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to try to bounce back tomorrow against the Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis and them, they playing pretty good right now. Only thing Shot Power was good about last night, the only thing that was good about last night to me was this right here. The Kings beat the Celtics in Boston. The only thing good about last night to me. The Bucks, the Bucks beat the Magic. The Kings beat the Celtics in Boston by 17. Who else lost that? The Pelicans beat the 76ers in Philly last night. And I think them three things was like, you know what? Kings been playing good basketball since they let Mike Brown go on Christie. But same thing with Boston. They go in there last night against a team who was just trying to find their way back in, and they lose. Boncaro came back last night with 34, but Giannis them had a different answer for that. They won by 3. And the 76 without Joel Embiid, Pelicans beat them by in Philly. So we happen to take a loss and then lose no ground from somebody. That's a good thing. But that's the only good thing came out of last night, is that other teams in that association who's right there by us and next to us, they lost. I mean, we would have won the game. Boston lost. We could have picked up a game where we'd been 2 games back behind them. You know what I mean? So them, like I say, the little things that mean a lot. You wish you could have overcame, and we didn't overcome them last night, and it reared its ugly head. So let's hope that tomorrow the next day we have a better outcome. Shot Power. I'm looking forward to. I want to see how the Knicks respond tomorrow. I really do. This is going to tell me a lot about this team tomorrow when they play Giannis and them. If they go out there and get wiped on the floor, I'll be very worried. I'll be very worried. I swear, if they go out there and get wiped on the floor, I will be worried. I'm not worried in the whole totality. I just be worried because I'll be like, listen, you done played 2 creme de la creme team, and it was crazy about it. The Bucks is right behind us now. They 2 games in the loss column. So they come in there tomorrow and say, okay, you know what? They 25-14, we 20-16. If we beat them tomorrow, we go to 21-16, they 25-15. Now they 1 game in the loss column. That's why I look at these games. That's why I get disappointed when the Knicks lose, because I know where we trying to go, where we want to go. But I hope tomorrow we can rebound a little better tomorrow and take pride in what we do. And like I said, I'm not even worried. OKC, I get it. Even OKC beat us by 2 or 3 points, I'd have no problem with that whatsoever. That's the way we lost. So and I just want to see a more valiant effort tomorrow. I can't see Johnson coming there throwing hammers down on us in the lane and ain't nobody doing nothing. I can't see that. I can't see Dame shooting from the logo and shit ain't popping. If he pull an Isaiah Joe on us tomorrow, then I think it's gonna be. I think motherfucker Leon Rose gonna pull all the motherfuckers in the office. So let's see how it goes. But I don't want to see that tomorrow. I hope I respond real well tomorrow. I just want to see how you respond of a ass whipping. Because I know my mother to give me a butt whipping when I was growing up, I responded very well. So, and when my mother and my dad gave me a butt whipping, but I responded very well. Okay. You know, and that's all I did. So let's see how to respond tomorrow, man. They got to respond well at that butt whipping. I mean, sometimes a butt whipping could make you change your thought pattern. And I know it. I have seen it work. Stand in that corner for punishment. Stand in that corner for 3 hours. You better not turn away from the wall. Stand right there, look at that damn wall. You better not. I know what punishments did for me. So let's see if that punishment they got the last night do something for them. But I damn sure know it was real though. So you know, it is what it is, man. Just disappointing, Shop Power for me. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just disappointing. And the big caveat is they got another game tomorrow against a different team. Not of the same echelons of what OKC is. And I mean, the team is the Bucks is no slack, no slouch, but the Bucks, you know, are not OKC. You know what I mean? And we have already beaten them this year. So I think that we can go out and fare better. You know what I mean? I know that I'm hoping that they are you know, did I disappoint you, or did I leave a bad taste in your mouth? That's exactly what it did. Leave a bad taste in their mouth, and they should understand that was they got their butt whipped. And if you don't start playing team basketball where everybody can touch the ball like we've been doing, it's not like we haven't done it all year. It's not like we've been clamoring for them to play team basketball all year. They have been doing that, especially the whole month of December. That's what we need you to do. Get out here and play team basketball. I'll take a loss easier if you're out there performing, if you're out there playing basketball, if you're out there trying to win, because I see something better. Last night was a bad win. The first time in a long time, I think that they had all the second year Kolick and all those guys, and I think I turned the game off. I think they were down by like 20 something. I turned the game off. I went to Netflix and watched the movie. I usually go to right after the game. I go to YouTube to watch everybody talk about it. I didn't even go to YouTube last night. I didn't go to YouTube all day today. I didn't do no home. I didn't do nothing for that game yesterday because it upset me. I know the team is better than this. I know they can play better than they played last night, and that's upsetting.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, it really is, man. Just a fair note. I didn't say the Knicks were going to beat the Bucks tomorrow. So let's make sure we get that out there. I didn't say the Knicks were going to beat the Bucks. I said let's hope they go out there and have a better game and try to win the game. Should Knicks could lose the next 6 games in a row, for as I know.
Right. They got some hard games coming up.
Yeah, right now the way they playing, just by the way they playing now, shit, they can lose 5 games in a row. Shit, just like they won 9 in a row. They just playing bad ball right now. I mean, what let me tell you? I listen. Knicks can go out there and get wiped off the court tomorrow, and they got a back-to-back. Not a matter, but they play Tuesday against I think Detroit. This could be a bad stretch for the Knicks. But I believe in this team, so I'm always going to keep my confidence from what I've seen from the beginning of the year to now. I believe that. I know they believe that too. You know, you don't got to take my word. Go in there and listen to the players in their press interviews. They don't want to play in the game. They'll tell you in a minute they believe they got what it takes to do this thing. So as long as I hear the players say that, I'm always going to believe in the Knicks because they believe in themselves. So if our players believe in themselves, of course I'm going to believe in them because I'm a Knicks fan. I follow the play. The reason why we watch this stuff because we like the guys who's in the uniform. So when I listen to that press conference yesterday and Cat called every time said what he said, when I heard Josh Hart say what he say, I'm good. Because they confident in themselves. They just stunk up the joint last night. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't got listen. Every game the Knicks come out, I think they got enough talent to win. Does that mean they gonna win? No. But do they got enough talent to win? They sure they do. Their record speaks for itself. They 25-14. A lot of them against teams who's not great, but some of them are against teams that are great. So if you could beat a team that's good, at least once you could beat some more. But last night we didn't beat them. So like I said, man, it's not about the loss for me, Shot Powers, because like I said, you can't win every game. It's how you lost the game last night. I don't care about them losing the game. I don't give a shit. They're going to lose 10, 15 more games probably or something like that, 10, whatever. I don't care. It's not even about the win. It's not about the loss of the game. I just like all the Knicks fans at MSG last night, I was upset how they played the game. That's why they got the boos out last night. And that's why I feel the way I feel, the same way the Knicks fans in the building feel. I did not see that effort from them last night, but that don't mean that they do that every night. Because they record wouldn't be what it is now. If the Knicks was a terrible team, they wouldn't be 24. They wouldn't be 14-25. They might be 14-25. So they're 25 or 14. They're not 14-25. So I know this is a good team, but that last night they wasn't a good team at all. They sucked last night. Real talk. So and that's what it boiled down to me. Talk to me when they under 500 and they look like shit, and they every game they go out there sticking up the joint. Then we can have that conversation. But now I'm just mad about last night and on to the next one. So we'll leave it as that, man.
On to the next, brother. That's all it is, man. They rebound well. These are professionals. They rebound. And if anybody jumping out the ship, that's fine. I understand it, but don't drown though. That's all I can tell you. Let's get it, man. Like I said, hopefully we be better tomorrow. Hopefully our offense be better tomorrow. Hopefully we find enough will in our heart and soul to go out there tomorrow and get down with these guys. Because there wasn't nothing else other than that last night. Was just that team punches in the mouth and they knocked our ass out. That's all they did. We got hit with a Mike Tyson uppercut last night, ladies and gentlemen, and they knocked us out. And that's all to it. There ain't nothing else to say. You ain't put no defense. Mike Tyson hit you to the right hook last night, or left hook. So you ain't blocked shit, and he's like, well, I'm gonna knock you out. And that's what OKC was Mike Tyson last night, and we was somebody who didn't know how to defend Mike Tyson's blows. And that moment they knocked our ass out last night. That's all to it. So let's see what happens. Jay Choder was good, my man.
Chilling, man. I was asked not to put this on. I'm at the Garden watching this game right now. St. John's, Villanova. JB's down in the front. Thank God for this game. It's hard to talk about yesterday's game. It's really hard to even talk about it. You don't get all zero. Oh God, I don't even want to talk about it. Zero points. Jesus Christ. And look. It's tough. It's tough to really how you went the other day say I'm gonna keep it positive and whatever. It's hard to find something positive about anything positive about yesterday, except for the fact that the bench got some run, and shit. I'm trying to think something.
Ain't nothing positive about that. Don't even try to find it.
I'm trying my best, brother.
I said the only positive last night, Boston lost and Orlando lost and a couple other teams in that division lost who we didn't lose a game on. It wasn't positive about that shit last night.
Right. Yeah, but that's not even positive to me because we could have gained the game if we rocked hard. And you know what? What crushes me about this is that we played them a week ago, right? Just played them, and I always say it, 12 up by 12 in the first, even-ish in the third, and we let go of the gas in the fourth. In this one, we let go of the gas before they threw the first ball up. It was like no one showed up for it, and to me, that baffles me because a lot of times, and there's a lot of things. I'm gonna take a lot of things out of this that people don't normally talk about. I'm gonna say this: most people have the best games of their entire life when they're in the Garden. Okay.
Fact.
Okay.
Fact.
They're right. That people have to remember that. That's something that's very important. So then you have people like SGA's coming in. He's having the best game he's ever had. You have Isaiah Joe, who's just Isaiah Joe, really, and sounds like a restaurant. And he comes in and have a great game. That's just the way it is. Even when we were bad, even when we were pardon me for a second. I'll be there in a moment. Even when we were bad team, which we're not, and that's just something that I hope everybody understands. People still rose up to the occasion because they know that we are the Mecca. It's the Mecca. People want to rise up to be that type of spot. So if that you got to take that into account. The second thing you take into account is I'm gonna say something, and this is a conversation channel. I know it's always been that way, right? It's not about our opinions. So to me, one thing I've noticed this year, and damn, I know it's going to start a lot, but I'm just saying this. The dog, we won 9 games. Yes, we have a great, I still would have traded Randall 100% for Cat 100%. With Debo 100%, because he's that type of player. He's a generational player. He's the type of player that you got to make a move for. And we made a move that really didn't crush us. It didn't completely crush us. However, I do believe that our identity on defense, for the most part, and that dog that we had, that bite, that we had, that's missing a little bit on this squad. And we got to figure that out, because I think that was a big part of our identity last year. Especially when we were hurt, because we had to get up and rise up and bite and fight and claw. And sometimes I feel like it's just not that. Do some of these players have that? Maybe some of these players are just who they are, and that's fine. But we need other players. I know Josh Hart has that, right? We know that Brunson has that. I've seen Cat have a little bit of that. He definitely plays great on offense, but it's tough. It's just, I don't see that fight. Don't forget, Hart was a backup until he wasn't a backup. Hart and DiVincenzo were on the bench until they weren't on the bench. These were firefighters coming in for the save. It's not the same team. Now we got to work with who we have, and I do believe we have to identify and find the dog in us for the fight. Because yesterday, it looked like a ever see a dog fight and somebody just dropped in one of them little chows and that was, sorry, bye-bye. So, I'm trying not to laugh, but it's laughable. I mean, it was horrifying, It was sad.
It is what it is, man. You just got to keep pushing. Like I said, one game don't determine who I think the Knicks going to be, and they really don't, because like I said, they just didn't play their game last night. When these cats was on when Mikal Bridges was in the month of December knocking down shit like crazy, doing what he do, so he had a bad night. You live on with it. It happens to the best of them. The last night is Noah said they played the best team in the league and they got their ass whipped. That's period. That's the best team in the league, ladies and gentlemen, in Cleveland right now. They got 5 losses. Cleveland got 4. Boston ain't where they at. Ain't nobody else where they at. You know what I mean? Them the 2 best teams in the league. They playing like the 2 best teams in the league. So eventually on any given night, if you ain't on your game, they gon' let you know why they the best teams in the league. And that's what happened last night. They ran up against the best team in the league, and they showed them why they were the best team in the league. And the bad thing about it, you didn't come in there and play against the best team in the league like you wanted to be like the best team in the league. and they took that L last night, man. So I mean, I'm not, like I said, I can't trip. I mean, like I said, when I heard that press conference, these cats got game. They ain't like they sorry. Like I said, Knicks ain't 14-25. They 25-14. I mean, they had a bad game. That's all it chucked up. So there you go, D-Rod. I said the same thing, D-Rod. Thank you. A bad year so far. But the key word, so far. They playing terrible in the month of January, coming out the gate so far. That's all. Shot Powers last night was one of the games where we just didn't want to see. 4 from 31 from downtown, 39%. Your offense wasn't popping, and then your offense, when being at your offense wasn't popping, you let your defense get away. That's all that happened last night. And them cats right there let you know why we are 30 something and 5. They let you know why they are 31-6. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep playing, man. We just got to keep scrapping and fighting. It's a long season, man. So that's why I'm not mad at nobody venting tonight. Y'all can throw the Knicks under the bus. I couldn't care less. Because like I said, we still got 40-something games to go. And I ain't tripping. If the Knicks don't get to the playoffs, then y'all holler at me. The Knicks fall out in the first round, holler at me. If the Knicks fall out in the second round, holler at me. Until then, it's just another game. Shop House on the schedule. Just
Yeah,
disappointed.
yeah, pretty much, man. And it's a lot of things that just went bad in that game. The only highlight that we had in the game last night is we were good at the free throw line. We didn't average our 28 assists, and that is a problem. You know what I mean? If the ball ain't moving, that mean we ain't playing as a team, and that mean that people are not getting the open shots because the more the movement of the basketball around the court makes it easier for these guys to shoot because they have more open shots. Last couple of games they haven't had open shots. In the last 5, 6, 7 games they haven't had too many open looks. So it is what it is, man. It's something that you just take. You know what I mean? You heed that, and you hope that they come out to be a better team next game. And I think they will. You know what I mean? I thought they were going to have a better night. I wanted them to smack them because I thought they were going to be prepared for it. But obviously they wasn't. And hopefully that they're more prepared for Milwaukee than they are for OKC. Different team, different strokes for different folks. Milwaukee is not OKC. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. They just got to bounce back and play better, and play way better than you played last night. That's all it boils down to. Knicks don't play like this every game. So if they don't play like this every game, ain't going to be worried about it. Last night they lost to the best team and the second best team in the league. And they got their ass whipped. Ain't nothing else to say about it. They didn't play well. They underperformed in a lot of categories. The New York Knicks underperformed last night, ladies and gentlemen. They stunk up the joint. They sucked. Okay. It is what it is. You get ready for tomorrow, one game at a time. You go in there tomorrow. Hopefully your game plan work better against Milwaukee. Hopefully you don't let Giannis them do what these guys did to you. What else is going to be? What else can you do? I guarantee you tomorrow, Knicks ain't trading nobody tomorrow. I guarantee you Tom Thibodeau ain't getting fired tomorrow. I can tell you that much. So whatever. Just go out there and play ball, man. Go out there and play ball and be better than you were. Go out there and be better than you were last night. Don't sneak up the joint. Execute your game plan and hustle and have a little bit more determination about your game and make sure you cross T's and dot I. They didn't cross T, they didn't dot I, they didn't play before they didn't do nothing last night. What else you gonna do? You know what I mean? So just try to win and get better tomorrow. I think Knicks go out there and have a better game. I'm not saying they're gonna win tomorrow, but I think they'll play better than they played last night. I can tell you that much. Now they win better. And it might not be a better thing. It might be like they might be in a funk. They might literally be in a funk.
If they lose that 5-6 games, like you said, though, I'll be fucking worried.
I will be worried too. Absolutely. If they lose 5 or 6 games, I will be worried. Now, because listen, we won 9, but now we done gave them 9 wins back. We won 9 in a row. We done lost 4 out of 5 of them joints. You know what I mean? Yes. So yeah, I'm with you, D-Roz. There's some revenge payback tomorrow, man. We got to try to get some payback tomorrow. Let's go out there and just play Knicks basketball. Hopefully, you guys respond. That's all I want to see. Championship type of team or good playoff team or whatever you want to call it. They respond well. Let's see if the Knicks respond tomorrow. If they respond, I'll be okay. You know what? That was a bad night, Shot Powers. And that's it was a bad night. So let's hope that they can respond tomorrow. If they don't, we better hope they respond against Detroit. We'll see. This is a tough road for the Knicks ahead. They got a tough schedule coming up. They got all the top teams. Let's see where they're really at. Let's see what they're gonna do. Put up or shut up. That's about it. You know what I mean? And we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to be definitely. I'm hoping to be better tomorrow. That's all, man. Jay, give me your words, man. We're gonna get out of here because we do got a 3:00 game tomorrow, so we'll be right back on another 18 hours, 16 hours, whatever the case may be. But
yeah,
floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate it. And I'm a guest of somebody over here, and but I couldn't miss this. And listen, there was a team. I know we all love the same team on here. We all love different teams and different sports. I'm gonna tell you something really quick. 2015, the Mets went on. They opened the season winning 15 straight games. Then he had a mediocre middle. They picked up Cespedes, whatever it might be, and they ended up in the World Series. When they win, they lose. That's not the point. The point is the fact that we won 9 straight put us in a position to be where we are right now in 3rd place. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, that is a complete fact. So no matter what Milwaukee's doing, what Orlando's doing, what whoever else is doing, they looking up at us still to this day. So right now, the destiny we have is still in our court. We're still controlling that. So I will look at it the other way. Instead of saying it's too bad we didn't gain ground, it's good that Boston lost. because as much as that they're behind us, Boston stood still waiting for us to catch up to them. So that's a damn good thing. And Cleveland, if you're 33-4, you're no fluke, okay? That's just a damn truth. If you're 35-6, you're no fluke. That's the truth. All right? And the fact that we won 9 straight is no fluke. That's just the truth. So facts are facts and truth is truth. And sometimes our emotions get in the way of it. And no matter what happens and who's coming there now, we play with who we have. So I hope to God that they look at each other or have like an all-player meeting or just sit together and say, all right, enough of this bullshit. Let's just get to it. And I believe they have that. They already showed that they had that. Mm-hmm. So why can't they do that again?
Yeah, right? Real talk, Jay. Good way to real talk, good, man. I agree with you 100% with that. We just got to keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how I go tomorrow. We be on tomorrow with the with the pregame show, man. We be in here. We in here 24/7, 365. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So we'll be here tomorrow, man. Hopefully we got better news. I might have to hold it down for a while because I know Shaw might be in the building a little late, but I know he'll be in here or wherever he gonna be. At my brother will be sure he come and hop on the channel.
I gotta find me a pair of headphones right now.
Right. But we know the brother can. It plays here. If Shaw Power don't get our next real talk and play his part, it must be a tornado warning. So shit, he still might try to. So, he like yo, let's get it. Let's talk about it. He'll be in the building, man. But until then, man, we'll be on tomorrow, man.
Got the cat under his arm.
Yeah, right. He roll it down, do what he do. Man. But it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Disappointing night to say the least, man. Very disappointed in our performance last night. That's just the only thing I'm disappointed about. Nothing else. I'm just disappointed in our performance. Not disappointed in the team at all. Moving forward, and like I said, I'll be disappointed when the season over. That's when I'll be disappointed if they don't pan out being what I know they could be, what they should be. Until then, it's just another game on the dock. So I think we can lose tomorrow. We might lose another 2 games. We might win 5-0 and then lose 1 next week. Knicks might beat Milwaukee and lose to Detroit, or they might lose to Detroit, whatever. They're going to lose some more games because they're not at their best right now. They're not at their best right now. They're not playing good basketball right now. So it is what it is. When you're not playing your best, you can get beat. And I think right now they're not playing their best basketball coming off the last couple of weeks. Last week, I think with the Washington game, even in the Washington game, I thought they wasn't good game. We beat that sorry team, but they wasn't good games to me. So in the last, even though we won the Toronto game and all that, the Knicks haven't been playing good basketball, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers don't lie. Our 3-point efficiency is terrible right now. We just not doing anything on that side of the ball. Whether if you think it's playing too many minutes or you're playing this or you don't think they're good, but we're not doing it. So no matter whatever reason it may be, Shop Howard, whether we think they playing too many minutes or we think that the team suck, no matter what you think it is, that's what we're not doing. We're not playing well. And we just got to find a way to get out of that funk for a minute and try to recuperate.
Man, we not stuck with third and sorry, Shaw. I'm sorry. Yeah, when you said that, I lost it. Go ahead.
Yeah, since we wrapping it up, I'm just gonna be straight to the point. Listen, a terrible game last night. The Knicks didn't come out and play as a team. Bottom line, the numbers don't lie. They did not shoot well from 3-point land. They did not rebound the basketball. They didn't get out to their fast break points like they do. So bottom line, they didn't shoot well. We couldn't get no production from our wing stops last night. And on to the next. We can't cry over spilled milk because it's another game tomorrow. And tomorrow they have to be more focused. They know what they did last night. They know how they felt, just how we feel. I guarantee you they feel the same way, if not worse, because they're the ones that they're the ones that really got it rear-ended, not us. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think that that they will come out with a different type of emphasis on the game tomorrow. And I'm hopeful, like I said, if it's up to me, the Knicks win 84 games plus 16. You know what I mean? 82 games plus 16. You know what I mean? So, and that's how I'm going with it. I think the Knicks will have a better game tomorrow. And this is not this, on the same plateau. This is a team more oriented around what we are right now. You know what I mean? They're in the same bubble as us. Cleveland, OKC, maybe if you want to put Boston in that emphasis, they're in a bubble. You know what I mean? They're in like a bubble. We're in that bubble, in a different bubble, trying to bust into the bigger bubble. We only played 35 games, peoples.
39.
Things like 39 games, 39 games, people. We are going to have a couple more games, maybe not as bad as this one, but some games that we think that we should have won and we just lost, or somebody came down and hit a big shot on us to capture the win and stuff like that. It's going to happen. So let's be prepared. Don't throw all your chickens in the same coop, or however that saying go, because it's only one game. This is not a 7-game series that we played against OKC last night. This is not something to really be. It's something to pay attention to, but not to worry about, because they already had a couple of games that were bad games, but they also had some great games. You know what I mean? And the caveat, the Raptors game, we beat the snot out of the Raptors. You know what I mean? What we supposed to do. You know what I mean? And we still didn't have a good game playing the Raptors. So with that being said, I think the Knicks come out and have a much better game than what they played last night, and I'm ready to see what happens.
Yeah. Jay Chosen, holla at your boy, man.
Yeah, listen, man, don't forget, man, that we Deuce came. It was his first game back, right? Okay, and that that Mitch hasn't played all year. That we beat the snot out of Denver, who's a damn good team. We beat the snot out of a handful of teams throughout this year, and that if you just want to cry about stuff like this, then that's just something that's built in you. The fact of the matter is that this is basketball. This is exciting. We haven't had an exciting team like this in many, many, many years. And you just gotta enjoy the ride. Sometimes you're not gonna like that day. But I promise you this. Yesterday's game was not a reflection of the team that we have. Okay? It's a reflection of the moment that we're in. But it's not a reflection of the team that we have. All right. So that all that other stuff, you could throw that in the trash. All right. This is the New York Knicks, one of the best offenses, if not the best offensive I've ever seen. And I'm not old enough to have seen the Clyde and Pearl and team, but I'll tell you this: I'm old enough to see the Ewan team. That was my favorite team. And I'm not going to lie to you, offensively, this team would wash that team offensively. Okay? Now, all around, that's where we're trying to figure out. And we're going to figure it out. A few days ago, it was in Leon we trust, and it was in this we trust. We got to, listen, man, as men and women and everything, we got to check our emotions at the door. Take our emotions and hang them up. Get excited. There's big, and not for nothing. I just want to say something really quick, just as because it's on my mind. Prayers going out to all those affected by the fires out there in California. There's real big things happening in the world.
Real
talk.
Talk.
We're on Knicks Real Talk. There's real things happening. Prayers out there who are sleeping in the cold. Prayers out there who haven't eaten today. The Knicks will get it back on track. Let's just enjoy the ride while we have it and be cool with each other, be kind to each other, and rise. That's all I have left.
Yeah, real talk, man. And one thing about me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a pretty straightforward dude. I will wear my emotion on my sleeves, But if you're a Knicks fan, or if you're a Knicks Real Talk fan, I don't have a problem with you disagreeing with our content, but don't be trying to throw no bullets at us nah, that shit not gonna happen. If we try to bring the honest and the best Knick content that we can, we try to deal with the facts of the game and all that. We ain't trying to throw shade at nobody, so we don't want nobody throwing shade at us. If Knicks Real Talk is not for you, then don't, because it's starting to get to a point when I read some of these chats, it's starting to get you thinking like we don't know what the hell we talking about. Now, I know that ain't the case. And so if you don't think that content, what we saying is, if it becomes too personal, I prefer you don't even come on here. Let me keep it 100. You might disagree with the way we analyze the game. Don't be trying to throw no shots at nobody. If you don't like the content, there's a lot of content created out here, a lot of shows out here where you can go in there and what they do fit what you like. But we ain't gonna have a personal throwing at each other, throwing at nobody out here. Because personally, I wouldn't give a shit about you. I don't even know you like that. But if you throwing this nonsense on this chat, I prefer you don't even come on here. All we try to do is analyze the game. That's all. We ain't always right. We ain't trying to be right or wrong. We trying to look at what we see. And I think you know what I'm talking about. If this ain't for you, but every time, that's the only reason I start putting the chat up there. It's starting to get ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anybody want to hear all that nonsense? You calling people all this crazy names. Ain't nobody calling you that. Don't call us that. If you don't like our content, don't listen to it. But you ain't gonna be able to keep throwing shots like we crazy or something. That's disrespectful.
No,
if you're a Knicks fan, be a Knicks fan. But other than that, don't be doing all that stupid stuff. Ain't nobody trying to hear all of the you can chirp like birds and all that. Nobody trying to hear all that. You know, listen, we just call it like the way we see it. We see the Knicks had a bad game, that's it. And if you feel the same way, that's fine. But if you're a real Knicks fan, you can't say what we spitting on here is wrong, because we're not. We just calling the game the way we see it. You know what I mean? But I just think when you start throwing the personal jab and the subliminal message at, don't throw shots at people because you don't agree with the way they think. Because that the case, the whole world will be screwed up. You don't have to throw shots, personal shots. Just disagree or agree with the content and leave it as that. And that's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter about everything else. You can fan the way you want to fan. You can fan the way you want to fan. You can like this. You don't like the Knicks. But throwing personal shots at people who just trying to entertain you, that's ignorant. So we're going to leave it at that, man. You know, listen, let's enjoy the show. We try to come out here for the fans. We do it for the fans, for the people. You know, we try to show them love because we want to make sure everybody engaged. So when the Knicks have a bad game, we all going to feel bad about it. But make sure you leave it on the Knicks, though. You don't throw the shots at the Knicks. Throw the shots at the Knicks, not the people who just giving you the content. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the people who doing the shit. If the Knicks stinking up the joint, then you stink up. You shoot messages at the Knicks. Don't shoot them at us. Peace. I'm out, Shop Powers. I'll see y'all in the next one. Jay Choden, thank you, my man.
You got it always. I'm gonna shut my mouth because you said it and it's your show, and I just you know how I feel about it. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, ain't trying to hear all that, man. For real.
No, respect is respect, man. Respect each other, man.
Peace, man. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.
Peace. Talk to you soon.
We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat because we touching on facts. And plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Bill talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Knick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.
Look at